Hello, I am back with another Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. If you haven't seen my previous episodes, it'd probably be a good idea to go check out that because plenty of things went down in the last episode. I went through the draft and I went through that last season in opposite order, whatever. And now I am in free agency and there are a few holes I need to fix, including defense and a bit of offense. Now, there are plenty of guys in free agency. Well, let me just go ahead and show you who they are if you did look at the screen already. There are guys like Mitch Marner, but I'm going to stay away from him because I don't want to give 21st round picks for him. He's a great player, don't get me started. He's amazing, but I don't have those kind of picks to give up. I don't like qualifying RFAs or giving an offer sheet. And then there's guys like Tyler Seguin, but that doesn't make sense for me either. I already have plenty of centers on the team. John Tavares, Bo Horvat, Adam Gaudette, Jonathan Dahlin, to name a few. And Elias Peterson, who I'm going to keep on the first line left wing spot because he played really well with Tavares and Mr. the Beast, Brock Besser. And then there's Panarin, who is also a very good forward, but I'm trying to look at my lineup and he just doesn't fit in there. That's hard. How many points did he have? 50? Ooh, that's not great for a guy like Panarin. Where was he? Was he playing in Columbus? Blake Wheeler, he's a good power forward, maybe a good penalty killer. Joe Pavelski, he can play center. It's difficult. This is quite difficult because I want to make the playoffs next year. It must happen. It needs to happen. And I want to check my forwards real quick, show you what I have to compare. Because there's a few players coming up, but there's a few that potentially won't grow. So here are our forwards going into next year. John Tavares, Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, Elias Peterson, Sven Barchi, who dropped but went higher in potential. That's kind of strange. Whatever. Ty Ronning, who is doing quite well. How many points? He had 57 points. Quite good. Brennan Leipsic, who is probably going to be my fourth line left winger. Hopefully he stays that overall. Adam Gaudette, Jonathan Dahlin, Jake Virtanen, Cole Lind, Tyler Mote, Mochi, and Nikolai Kuldobin, who I don't know if he fits onto the lineup. So I might potentially make a trade for a defenseman going into next season. Because let's look at the defense. We have Joe, Who's Joe? Josh Morrissey, who's an 87. Ben Hutton, and it drops off after there. Adam Boquist is going to be in the NHL next year. He had a great AHL season with 65 points. Great season. Troy Stetcher, he's an okay defenseman. He'll probably be good there on the third pairing. Jakob Larson, who isn't really panning out. He's still 22. Noah Yolson, who I think the defensive core just had a bad year in years previous. Ole Ulevi, who dropped in overall and really had a mediocre season. I wanted to keep him in the AHL, but I also wanted to give him the right time. It's difficult with players like that. I hope he turns out well. And then I'm going to go back to forwards, because then there's forwards like Capo Caco, who, great name, KK. Oh no, that's I don't know if that's a great name. Drafted 7th overall in the previous draft. He can probably be in the NHL in the next 2 years. Joe Farabee. And then there's Philip Myers, however you want to pronounce that. But that's it for prospects or forwards. And I don't know if I put I want to give my players the right times and such, because it's interesting. I have plenty of money to play with, 15 mil. I'm going to sign someone. And I am going to sign. Drum roll, please. I'm going to sign Artemi Panarin. Yes, I'm going to sign Artemi Panarin to a... Hey, Chicago's trying to get him back. I will sign him to a 2-year contract at 9.575. That makes sense. He's a 90 overall. He can play probably second line minutes. Give him power play time. But I also need a goaltender, a backup goaltender to be more specific. Who would make sense here? Neuwirth. He's not a bad goaltender. How was he last season? I don't know exactly. There aren't... I don't trust Brian Elliott. Screw you, Brian Elliott. My God. But he also had a 920 last year. You know, I'll sign him to a contract. 2 mil. 2.5 for 1 year. That makes sense. There's a few goalies out here. Mike Smith left Calgary for greener pastures. Who is going to sign him? Few goaltenders out in free agency, but we don't need a goaltender because we have Thatcher Demko. And then the defense really drops off. But there is the guy named Tyler Myers. Now, he's 6'8". He's a huge guy. He's really good physically. Screw you, JVR. Sorry, that makes me mad just thinking about how I signed him last year. I won't sign Tyler? Travis. Sorry, Leafs fans. Whoops. Nope, not JVR. Screw JVR. Does that make sense if I signed Tyler Myers, play him? I'm looking at my defense right now, thinking in my brain, is there any defense here? What's his first name? What's this guy's first name? Braden Coburn. I thought he was a Brett. He looks more like a Brett. This is difficult. Definitely difficult. Definitely too many letters, Owen. Well, I'm going to... Should I sign one just in case? That's the question. Should I sign Braden Coburn? He wants 3.6 for 3 years, and Adam McQuaid. He can play. That's interesting. What does his stats look like? He takes a lot of penalties. What are his giveaways like? I mean, he's a good defensive defenseman. He only wants he wants a lot of money. That's hard to dish out money like that sometimes for a defenseman that might make the lineup. I'd only be willing to give 1-year contracts to some of these guys, like Tyler Myers. What his stats look like? Giveaways, takeaways, no. And then Coburn. What is his stats look like? Takeaways, giveaways, no. That's difficult, man. I mean, the best one right now looks... Mark Mathot. No, the best one looks like Adam McQuaid, and I'm going to give him a 1-year contract at 3 point. Do I have enough money? Well, I will wait on Artemi Panarin and... who's a goaltender? Did I sign a goaltender? Yeah, I think. Michael Neuwirth? No, Brian Elliott. Whoops. Yeah, I'll wait for them to sign. Wait, let me check if there's any prospects in the free agency pool. Nope. I might be trading him, or I should say his name. Oh, hey! He didn't grow much, so that was a good... How did he do in... He didn't do great. So, are there any prospects here? No, no, no. I'll sign Strome. No, nobody here. Assign you two. Assign you to max rookie deal. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense there. Any goaltending prospects? No, not really. So I will sim a few more days. I'm hoping I can get those two prospects there. I'm really hoping Panarin comes my way. Brian Elliott accepts. Glad to have him as the backup. And then Artemi Panarin, Max Strome, and Gallant sign. So we're looking good here. But I would like to get one of those defensemen. I'm hoping Adam McQuaid is still here. Oh, no. Oh, dang it. I didn't think I would... Oh, hey! He's still here. Okay, so I will give him... Let's see. Because there's 2 contracts coming off the books in the next few years. Sutter and Goodbranson. So I'm glad for that because I hate the both of them. I mean, I don't hate them in person. I hate them on this game. So Adam McQuaid signs. So that's great. I will sim up to the 2019-2020 season. Yes, that is the season. So I will be back in 2 moments. I have found a trade for a defenseman, and you might not like this because I am trading away a fine prospect, but I don't know if he fits into our future. He's 22 years old. Braden Burke, that's an awesome name. BB Gun, that's an awesome hockey name. He's a medium top 6 center playmaker, but we have 2 more that can play third line. And then Nikolai Kuldobin. I didn't find the right contract for him. I don't know if he was playing up to it. I just didn't like him, really. I know he's a sniper and he won't be anything more than a... He won't be anything more than a third line player. So... And then the defenseman I want in return is Travis Dermott. He is definitely upgraded. I upgraded him because EA doesn't know how to upgrade their players or give players good potentials. Because when I ran this, when I bought the game, John Tavares was a low elite. Explain to me, EA. So, I have to sign him to a contract if we get him, and I want the New York Rangers pick. They're getting 2 amazing prospects and a 2nd-round pick. Toronto doesn't need any picks. Their farm is stacked after they get these 2 players. So, come on. Trade is accepted. Travis Dermott is officially a Vancouver Canucks. Let me go show you the lineup. The trades don't stop there. Ben Hutton is on the move. I have him on a very not so good contract considering how he does in the regular season. You know what? I'm not going to make fun of him for how he does in the regular season. He does quite well in the regular season. But he just doesn't fit into what we have. He has 1 year left, and I really don't like the contract he's on for the time he plays in the lineup. He's a good defenseman, you know, he's not bad in the slightest, but we got Travis Dermott, and Buffalo wants him. He's in high demand, so trade rejected. Okay, so what else can we add to this? We already have 3 first-round picks, and there will be trading chips. That'll really help. Bird, do you want Bird? Bird is the word. And trade accepted. That is not the last trade I will be making before the start of this season. As I said previously, the trades don't stop. It's a complete overhaul. I want to be good, and if we want to be good, we have to get some pieces out of Vancouver and bring in some trade chips. Sven Barchi is on the move. It's not on a great contract for the kind of player he is. You know, he's had a few great years in Vancouver. Last year he had a good year. He's an assist machine. But it hurts sending him over to Boston. Boston is the only team that really works. It's out of conference. I don't ever have to see these two players again. And hey, they could be a lottery team considering their lineup. And Troy Stetcher, you know, I'm unloading some cap, which is amazing for this team because there are a few contracts coming up. So will this go through? Trade rejected. Okay, you know what? I just want a 4th and a 7th. Come on. Trade accepted. Goodbye, Sven Barchi. You have served quite admirably under the Vancouver Canucks roster. I have finalized the lineup for the 2019-2020 Vancouver Canucks roster. Elias Peterson is on the left wing because he played quite good when I put him up there last year. Then Jonathan Tavares at center, which makes sense. And then Brock the Beast Besser on first line. Look at that offensive awareness, 99 overall. Tyroning on the second line, makes sense. He's a beaut. Bo Horvat, and then Artemi Panarin. Jonathan Dahlin, he doesn't have the best face-off, so I put him... Dahlin, I forget. Jonathan Dahlin is there on the left wing, third line. Adam Gaudette. This is going to be an interesting time. Jonathan Dahlin. Oh, get in your head, Owen. It's going to be an interesting time because I find it's going to be difficult to keep him in the lineup if he doesn't grow. And then Cole Lind, he's a good player. He's going to be a third-line scorer. And then Jake the Snake, yeah. Fourth line isn't awful. It's okay. Brendan Leipzig has not bad face-offs. So, here is my reasoning. I brought Ulevi up. I was going to keep him in the AHL, but I'm like, man, he has to get some time. Maybe on a good team, he'll grow a bit more. And that's my idea. And Adam McQuaid, he's going to be playing with the vet and Adam McQuaid. So I'm hoping he grows that way. Larson has good... Everybody likes Larson. So let's see. Travis Dermott. No, he just got on the team. So everybody likes Larson. Everybody likes Larson. It's crazy. You like Larson. Everybody likes Larson. So... here's the power play real quick. I'll keep Artemi there on the power play because I don't want him getting mad. There's the penalty kill. Yeah, that makes sense. Bo Horvat. Yep. And then extra lines. And then Thatcher Demko is the starting goaltender. Quickly, the AHL lineup here is I'm giving Kako plenty of time to grow there, and then Yolson giving him some time there in the AHL to grow as well. And then Michael DiPietro will get to be the backup this year, backupping Hallinan. So I have to address this. This season, the Vancouver Canucks will have a captain because they haven't had a captain since Henrik Sedin. So, who will be the captain for the Vancouver Canucks? The captain, I'm proud to announce, the captain of the Vancouver Canucks for a generation to come will be Brock Besser. You know, he's a Vancouver Canucks original, so he will get to be captain. John Tavares, you know, I have to give it to him. He's been amazing, but I think Brock Besser is the true Canucks hero. And let's start simming. Let's start simming. Let's go into the season. Let's play some good hockey. We will sim the Anaheim Ducks game to start off the season. That'll be fun. Auto-assign promotion nights. So let's play well, you know. I want Demko to have a good season. He's growing plenty. I'll draft 4 defensemen this year because that's what we really need. And we finished the preseason with a win against the Arizona Coyotes. Preseason really doesn't matter, but it's nice to see them win. Fan happiness is good. Let's keep that rolling. So, against the Anaheim Ducks, I don't know how they are in year 3. So, let's see. First period, Artemi Panarin and Adam Gaudette. Second period, Bo Horvat. And third period is a bit... Oh, and the Ducks rally. Oh, Thatcher Demko giving up so many goals. 4 straight goals. Not your game, bud. That's not good. That's not fun to see. So let's sim the first month of play. Okay, just let's go here. Just go defenseman 2 more weeks. Hoping we have a good season because I want to make the postseason with this team. It's a good team. It's quite a good team. And then 2 wins in a row, but a loss to Philly. Come on, beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. We lose. And win against the Islanders, so we're a streaky team to start the season. Let's go to America. Let's go to forwards for 3 weeks, and a loss and a, come on, big win. Oh, come on, Vancouver. Shootout loss. Oh, what is with this team? Win and, come on, finish it strong. Finish strong, Vancouver. Oh, shutout. How is that possible? And a win. So we are a 500 team to start the season. October went weirdly, but we are in 2nd place in the Pacific Division. So that's strange. Weird division, I guess. Weak division? That makes sense. So Jonathan Tavares leading the way. Oh, I just want to check how our power play is doing. We're scoring plenty of goals. Power play is 3.6%. Yeah. You know what? I will go 1 more month, and if that's not doing better, I'm changing it up automatically because that is not good. That is not good in the slightest. Brock Besser, 5 goals, hoping for some better production here in the 2nd month. You know, 1 month off the books, but at least we aren't under 500. Technically, we aren't, but we have lost more than we have won. So, going into the 2nd month of play, I hope we can... Ooh, we got a trade here. Trade to start the season. TJ Brody, defenseman. We don't need a... Oh, that voice... that voice crack was something interesting, but we don't need a defenseman right now. Big win to start off the month, and a loss against Calgary. And a loss against Boston. Come on, Vancouver! Come on! Oh, please. Don't let this happen to me. I've put together a good team, haven't I? I think I have. And I win against the Ducks. A big win against the Coyotes. Division. 3 wins in a row. Let's keep this going, Vancouver. It's good to see this. Come on. 10th win and 11th. There we go. Just put some wins together. When John Tavares does what John Tavares wants. Nobody can stop him. He's a world destroyer, isn't he? He really is. Let's go to the queue for 2 weeks. Come on. And our first loss in quite some time. And 3. Come on, don't do 3 losses. 2 losses in a row, but a win to end the month. How are we doing so far? John Tavares with 31 points. We are first in the division. Good to see that. We put some wins together, and that's what I really wanted because that would propel us into playoff contention. Brock Besser just scoring at will now. Point per game and 18 goals in... Oh, hey! Adam Boquist! Holy jeez! 27 points in 26 games? What's going on? Oh! The Super Swede is dominating. 25 assists. 0 penalty minutes. Hey... I don't want to say anything, but Norris Trophy? Wow, our first and second line are producing like crazy. Tyroning not doing amazing, Bo Horvat not doing amazing, but it's consistent throughout. And let's see, Ulevi's staying, but he is, oh, jeez. I hope he does well. I hope he starts turning into a good player. How's Thatcher doing? Thatcher's doing okay, but Brian Elliott has really been a stud there as backup goaltender. So let's continue simming. I'm hoping we roll together some wins. That's really important. 5 or 6 in a row, and it's clear sailing from there. I really hope we make the playoffs this year. It would be quite disappointing if we didn't. We have plenty of picks this year. Mike Giordano for no thank you. I don't want him. Loss. Come on, put some together. Oh, another loss. And a 7-6 shootout win against the Leafs. And a loss. Jeez, come on, Vancouver. I know you're a good team. It's just something. There's something wrong with Vancouver. I just don't know. Let's sim one more week. And a loss. Okay, so it's definitely... And a win. Come on, put 3 wins together. Ah, I jinxed it. And a 7-3 win. So this is a weird team. This is quite a weird team. I will go to the end of December. I will go to January 1st. Shootout loss against the Minnesota Wild. And a 5-0 shutout against the Ducks. Good to see that. Screw the Ducks. I hate the Ducks. I mean, hate is a strong word, but man, I don't like Ducks. And a 3-2 shootout win against the San Jose. 2 shootout wins in a row, one of them being a shutout. Good to see that. Nope, I will not be trading Joe Farabee. And a 7-1 win strolling out of that month. Good to see that. Good to see that. I love seeing this team put some wins together. It's either we go on a 5 or 6 game win streak and then we lose 4 in a row. It's not good to see that, though. But Brock Besser, 24 goals. Our first and second line isn't doing quite bad. Adam Boquist, 86 overall. He's definitely growing. Or at least one switch. Hey, Ulevi is finally growing. He's up to an 80 overall. 2 overall. Travis Dermott. Our defense is... it's not bad. It's more of a defensive-based. But Adam Boquist is really turning it on. He's plus 10, and power play, he has 5 power play points. So, that's something I need to check. Goaltending, yeah, Brian Elliott's... Thatcher Demko not doing bad. 9-16 with 3 shutouts. His goals against is finally lowering, so that's nice to see. Rookie skaters, Adam Boquist, he's definitely not doing bad. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see that. Let's go entire league real quick. Alex Ovechkin just putting on a show. So the Capitals are doing something crazy. I want to check. So what teams do we trade picks from? So Philly. Let me check their trade value, because if their trade value is large, then you know we got a good pick. So yeah, what did I expect? So we have 5 first-round picks, hoping one of them would be a lottery pick, but you know you can't get everything right. But many trade chips there. How is Utica doing? Utica is 25, 9-3. Good to see that. We will continue simming here. I might sim right up to the trade deadline and maybe even farther. Let's go straight to the deadline if we can keep winning. Oh, no, right as I say that. Come on, win. 2 losses in a row. Not good. Not good in the slightest. Hold on. Let me... And a loss there. Okay, let me check something real quick. The last time I checked the power play, it was 3.6%. That is awful. That's pretty bad. Hoping it is better this time. Vancouver, we are second in the division. So the power play is up to 23%. That's first in the division. And so our power play and penalty kill, it's not our special teams. You know, I'm going to try something here. Maybe I can switch around a player or two, see how that changes the lineup. Interesting here. Bo Horvat isn't having an amazing season. He has 19 points in 42 games. He's really a two-way forward, but how can you blame him there? You know what? You know what, Tyroning, you're really not doing much there on the second line. Let me put you here. Put you there. I'll put you there on the third line. Give you a timeout. You know, Cole Lynn's not having a bad season as a rookie, but you should be doing better than a rookie. That's all I'm saying. Our defense isn't bad. It's growing a bit, and I love seeing Boquist score and do better or grow, because I love it when our Super Swedes grow. Vancouver and their Super Swedes, it's like two peas in a pod. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's the Swedish connection. And a big win against a Pacific Division rival, but we dropped to like that. Come on, don't do this to me, Vancouver. Big wins in a row. 3 huge wins in a row by Vancouver. 26 wins on the season. No, I don't want Spurgeon. No, I'm not trading you my picks. No. I ain't doing that. Come on, keep the wins going together. 4-3 overtime loss against the Predators. Huge wins. 28, 18, and 4. Let's sim a few more weeks, and I will check the player stats. Come on. 8-2 victory against the... I'm going to apologize real quick. I didn't notice for the past few months of simulation that my mic actually wasn't recording anything. It was actually the microphones inside my computer, because for some reason I unhooked my mic when I paused. So I apologize for the last few minutes of audio, but we will continue here. We are 29, 18, and 4, as you can see. Oh, I'm a noob. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but we'll have to continue here. So, Sakara. We have trades. Sakara, what is he at? He's an 83. No, not for a first. Wait, hold on. I want to check how my firsts are doing. I do love... Oh, he's up to an 89. Adam Boquist is up to an 89. Loving it. Loving it. So, all our picks are middle of the pack. And you know what? I can't blame that, but 5 first-round picks, that's pretty good. Mark Stahl and Pizek for first. No, thank you. Don't need that. 4-3 win. Huge win. Ottawa, we win. And 3, 4, 5 wins in a row, I believe. Let's just go to the W, because I know there's plenty of players in the W. And I think this draft year there's a few created players. I know there was one in the last year, Alex Steen. He went to Los Angeles. And there's our first regulation lost in quite some time. So it's going to be a big draft year. Also, the year after this is going to be a big draft year. Big win against Carolina. We're going into the trade deadline strong. Dallas, come on, Dallas. Tyler Seguin, what you going to do about it? Ooh, we have a player here. 4th line, 1 year. You know, I'm going to claim him just in case injuries, if we do end up making the playoffs. Oh, and we have an interesting trade here. They want to send us back Spiza. No thank you. And Merrill. He's a top 4 defenseman, but he really doesn't fall into our lineup very well. And a loss against Colorado. Let's go through the San Jose games. Oh no. No, I will not be trading Yola Levy. Victor Mete, how is he turning out? 82, 21 over 21 years of age. High top 4. No, thank you. Ulevy is doing great on Vancouver. He's finally growing. He hasn't been growing for the past few years. Nieto, no, not for $2.5 million. And a big win against Nashville, picking up some big wins here to go into the trade deadline. We'll almost have 40 wins. So I don't want to knock on wood. I think we might make the playoffs this year. It's going to be quite an interesting time as we... Okay, I thought we were going to drop both games against San Jose, But no, we didn't. So John Tavares is up at 76 points, 36 goals, and 40 assists. We are, where are we? We are first in our division by 6 points and tied for first in the West. Let's go check stats. John Tavares and Besser playing amazing, and Elias Peterson. So our top few lines are playing great. Adam Boquist, top 2 defensemen already, and he has a 98 offensive awareness. Huge, super Swede. Great to have that. Adam Gaudette playing good there. Love seeing that. Tyroning. Yep. Ulevy's at an 80 still, but I think Boquist is really the piece we needed. And Thatcher Demko is up to an 88 overall. You know, he's not having the best season, but he has 29 wins. And Brian Elliott is also having he's having a decent year. So our goaltenders are probably struggling because our defense really isn't as good as it should be. Now, I'm going to go into the trade block and see if we need any parts. I've looked through the trading block, and there's no pieces I'd be willing to go out and get. And you know what? I don't think this team is necessarily a buy now team. We have plenty of years to get better, and I'm sure there's going to be rentals in the coming years. So let's go right through the trade deadline and right to the end of the season, hoping we can make the playoffs. You know, just keep going on the streak we're currently at, and I think we can do it. And a big win. Every win here down the stretch is a big win for Vancouver. You know, we were really stingy. We were really crawling to make the playoffs at the starting of the year, but once we got into our strides, we had our mid-season downfall, but we're really on a tear here. Chicago. There's a few players in the draft this year, as I've said. So it's going to be fun. Plenty of picks. And we win, lose. Come on. 3 losses in a row. Come on, Vancouver. Okay, come on. Don't be like this, Vancouver. 6-1 win against the Wild. Come on. Don't fault here. Oh, LA is bad. Very bad this year. 25, 40, and I don't know how many overtime losses. Let's go to the SHL for 1 week. And a big win. 2 big wins in a row. 3 big wins in a row. 4 big. 5 big. 8-1 victory against the Calgary Flames. We're really doing well against our division this year, which is very important. Only a few games remaining and we could have 50 wins. 50 wins on the season. Nashville. We could end up with 52. Let's just go back here. And a 6-4 loss. Let's sim the last game of the season against the Washington Capitals. They are ahead of us in the standings, but hey. Tyler Mote. 2 goals scored by the Washington Capitals. And we tie it up. Adam Boquist. Overtime. And Adam Boquist with 2 goals ends the game for Vancouver. We are headed to the playoffs for the first time since 2015 against the Calgary Flames. The regular season has finished. We are first in the Western Conference, I believe. I believe we clinched with 106 points. Let me just go check the regular season stats. And John Tavares having a 96-point season. I believe that's how many he had last year. Brock Besser with 89 and Elias Peterson with 82. Huge season for Vancouver. Definitely progressing well. Huge season. Besser down the stretch regained control, 3 shutouts, and 40 wins. Our backup goaltender, Brian Elliott, did quite well. Let me just go to all skaters. Let me check who is the best in the league. Ovechkin with 111 points. He is easily winning the Maurice Richard trophy this year with 71 goals, who assisted the most, and Backstrom. So Washington is on a mission this year to win their first Stanley Cup for Ovechkin. So Lundqvist will probably win the Vezina. I'm hoping he does. He deserves it. He's the best goaltender in the top 5 for wins, and he has one of the best save percentages. So, that is all she wrote for the 2019-2020 season, but different from the previous 2 years, we are headed to the playoffs against the former Stanley Cup champions and dynasty, the Chicago Blackhawks. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want more of this content, subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend. I will see you in the next video. Ciao.